I can see you're there, but I can't see your face, so that's okay. Just gonna wait another minute or so and just see if anybody else arrives, or if they've all been swept away in this wicked storm. Been a long time since I've seen your face.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Awesome.
Yay.
You look fantastic.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am. You love my little fascinator.
A little bit of witchiness going on there.
God, let me loose at the dollar store and look out.
You've been a busy woman today.
Yes, I have been. It's been a fun
Yeah.
day. Oh, it was cool to be at the Spirit Fair, though. Such good energy there.
Yeah.
I love
Good.
it. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Is it stormy there?
No.
Oh, it's just started here probably 45 minutes ago. Like after this morning was amazing, but now it's like super, super rainy.
Yeah. No, the stars are still in the sky. So we're waiting.
Lucky you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to give it just one more minute and then we're going to get going. This is a fun class. I've never given it before, but it's got some really cool recipes in it. How's retirement?
I love it.
Oh my God.
Well, it was hard at first.
Yeah.
It was almost like I was grieving my job and the people that I work with and my identity. But you know, I'm about 4 months into it now, so I'm starting to relax.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trauma part takes a while to go away.
Yeah, it does. And anytime there's a lot of stress that starts to happen and I just start to get, you know, I have to start to breathe and try and relax. It's like, oh my goodness, I get there so fast, right? So
oh yeah,
I still have some work to do.
Yeah, it takes about a year.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like I've won the lottery.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Really wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I know that Jessica is going to be in and out because she's bathing a kid, but and other people may come in late, but we might as well get going because I know that it's Sunday night and I want to be respectful of everybody's time. So welcome to the wizardly world of potions and brews. It's the first time I've offered this class, but when I found it, I thought, oh man, this is just so much fun. And it's perfect for the week heading up to Halloween. But it is a Harry Potter theme, so it could be good for any time of year. I love Harry Potter. This is a DIY class. This is full of recipes on things that you can make, brew up, concoct to answer some serious fundamental issues in your life. So welcome to everyone. I'm really super happy that you could join me. And the one thing that we start off all of our classes with is talking about the quality of ingredients that we need to use in the DIYs that we make, because they come onto our skin and they go into our lungs if we breathe them in. And they are on the, they will land on the floor and our pets and our children will walk through them. So it's super important that we have the highest quality oils that we can get. And there are a lot of companies out there that are selling what they call essential oils. And what sets Young Living apart from all of these other companies is the seed to seal promise. And I've said in other classes that the seed to seal promise really is the thing that convinced me that this was the company that I wanted to be involved with, because Young Living owns many of its farms, which no other essential oil company does. And it has partner farms all over the world. And all of them have to abide by the highest quality standards. And they do not use chemical pesticides, they do not use chemical fertilizers, and they do not use chemical herbicides, because all of that would translate into the plant, which would translate into the plant's oil, and actually in a more concentrated way. So they won't plant on any soil that has been in contact with these chemical fertilizers or treatments within 50 years. organic standards are only 3 years. So Young Living far surpasses organic standards, which is why they don't bother getting organic labeling, as it would only qualify in the States. Every country is different. So Young Living picks the absolute best seeds from strong and thyroid plants. They hand weed and use the own oils of the plant on its weeds and pest control, which is what the oils are really designed to do by nature. Young Living harvests the plant material at the highest peak times to ensure you get the highest quality oil. They distill on site of the farm. So all the farms have a distillery on premise and at the proper temperature, which allows the oils to maintain the highest amount of their naturally occurring constituents. This state-of-the-art equipment and on-staff scientists combine to make these oils absolutely the highest quality that you can get, which means that a lot of them actually, not only can you use them topically and aromatically, but you can actually use them internally. So you can take them in your water or in a Nature Red or just in a capsule that you swallow, depending on what wellness issue that you're dealing with. So I thought that that was like the most amazing sustainable farming that I'd ever heard about. And that is really what sold me on Young Living as opposed to any other of the companies that create essential oils. The other thing that I want to really emphasize is that Young Living does not use solvents in the extraction of the essential oils. There are many companies who do use chemical solvents. They get more oil out of the plant, but you cannot get that solvent out of the oil. So if you're breathing it in, you're breathing solvent in with your essential oil. So Young Living does not use solvents, which is an amazing thing. They take from the plant what the plant will give by steam distillation. So I just find that incredibly comforting because I do take the oils internally. I diffuse a lot of oils. I breathe them in. My grandson breathes them in. My daughter, my son, they all breathe them in. I want them to be super high quality. So now every wizard knows that the ingredients matter when it comes to potions and brews. And here are some tips to help you use essential oils safely. Some oils are considered hot. So oregano is considered a hot oil. It's a very robust and strong oil. So hot oils you dilute with carrier oil, such as coconut oil or sesame oil. I actually use canola oil in a lot of my blends because canola is it has no flavor and it has no smell. So it's a nice ingestible oil that you can use and that will be able to carry the essential oil without any kind of other fragrance or other smells to it. Second thing to know when you're using them safely is do not drip essential oils into your ear canal or directly into your eyes. It should go without saying, don't put it in your eyes, but don't even put it in your ear canal. If you do happen to get some essential oil in your eye, don't rub your eye. Take a carrier oil and rub it around your eye to try to draw that oil out. Don't use water because oil and water don't mix. You use an oil to remove it. If you're new to using oils or if you're new to using a certain oil, dilute it and apply it to the bottoms of your feet. Now, the bottoms of your feet are, they have a much bigger cell structure than the rest of your skin. And so the oil can be absorbed very quickly by your feet. If there is an oil that you're using for a specific purpose and you're not really fond of the smell, it gets it far enough away from you that it doesn't really bother you. And some oils, like I use rutabaga at night right now for sleeping, and I'm not crazy about the smell, so I put it on my feet when I go to bed so that I get the benefit of the oil and it's tucked in at the bottom of the sheets. The other thing that everybody needs to know is that citrus oils, orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lime, all of the citrus oils can cause your skin to be more sensitive to UV. So in the summer, or if you're going to be outside and you want to use some citrus oil to help lift your spirit or lift your mood, put it somewhere where the sun won't get at it. Just tuck it away on your belly or in your, on your legs. It'll still do the same good work, but you won't have those in the sun necessarily to get, they tend to burn quicker, those areas that you put citrus oil on. If you are using citrus oils or in your drinking water, so in order to get all of your water down every day, I add citrus oil, sometimes citrus fresh, or sometimes just a single oil. Use stainless steel or glass, because citrus oils will break down the petrochemicals in plastic, and nobody wants to drink that, right? So stainless steel or glass, super safe. And citrus oils are lovely in water. Also, peppermint oil is lovely in water. It also helps to manage food cravings and if you've got a bit of an icky stomach. So that is kind of the safety lesson for potions and brews. Anybody have any questions? All righty. So I was talking about the ways of using essential oils, 3 specific ways: aromatically, internally, and topically. So topically, you can put I got some nice white angelica here. Really nice to put on your skin, put it a little bit in your hand, rub it on. You can inhale it like that. It also will absorb into your skin and actually quite quickly. And so you get the benefit of both inhaling it and getting it into your limbic system and also into your bloodstream by going through your skin. No need to be precise. 1 drop will do a lot. If you are worried about your sensitive skin, just dilute it. Dilute it with, like I said, with a carrier oil. Grapeseed also is another really good one. And then either apply to your body or put it on the bottoms of your feet again. Your feet tend to be a bit tougher. So aromatically is an awesome way to use essential oils. This is a very nice diffuser. I have it in charcoal. But you can use them either in a diffuser or cupped in your hands, like I was just showing you before. That's a nice way if you're out and about to inhale, to get your oils, especially things like stress away and that if you're going into kind of a stressful situation. Or you can have jewelry. There's lots of different kinds of jewelry out there now that is personal diffuser jewelry. So my necklace, this one here, it screws off. And then there's a little sponge that fits in here. And I have it soaked in essential oil, and then I can just inhale it all day. But when I was at the Spirit Fair today, there was lots of necklaces that were made out of lava stone, which is really quite pretty. And that rock being so porous, actually it makes for a very nice personal diffuser and some really nice beaded jewelry. And internally. So internally is a special case. So Young Living has a special line of oils. You can see that in the middle picture with the internal, the cinnamon bark has a white label. That signifies that it is Health Canada CFIA approved as a food. It is labeled as a food, and so then it can be sold as safe to ingest. Now, if you would look at the cinnamon bark that's over here, it's got a kind of a rusty brown label. It is labeled for cosmetic use, so on your skin or in your diffuser. Different wording on the labels, same oil in the bottles. So if you have a bottle of the brown labeled cinnamon bark, and you know that the cinnamon bark has a white labeled variety, you can actually ingest the rust colored label oil. It's the same oil. But because of requirements between food and cosmetics, they are labeled differently and the wording is different on the label. So ways to take it internally: fabulously hot water, a drop of oil, and some honey. So cinnamon bark, thieves, peppermint, all of those ones are just fabulous in a hot tea. You could make a cup of hot chocolate and add 1 drop of peppermint oil to it to make yourself a peppermint chocolate, hot chocolate. Delicious, delicious. Some people, when they're doing a particular regime for a particular health issue that they're working on, they purchase gelatin capsules and then will put a drop or 2 of the oil that they need for that condition into the capsule and then just swallow it instead of mixing it with water or juice or whatever. You can bake with them. I love taking orange oil and putting it in a pound cake recipe and making like a super orangey pound cake. It is so delicious and it gets super orangey with only a couple of drops because it's so concentrated. Lemon oil is fabulous in yogurt. And you put some a nutmeg, drop a nutmeg and a drop of cinnamon bark onto your coffee grounds when you're brewing your coffee, and you have a beautiful kind of Christmassy coffee that comes out. Put a little whipped cream on that. So good. So any thoughts on trying that? Which one would you like to try? Which one would you try first, do you think, Fern?
Well, I love lemon, so that sounds great with the lemon. Oh my goodness.
Yes, lemon and yogurt is delicious, or lemon even just in hot water and honey. If you're feeling a little under the weather, super nice. The nice thing about the citrus oils for Young Living is all of the oils are pressed out of the peel of the fruit. So they're less acidic than the juice of the fruit.
Yeah.
So you're not going to risk the enamel on your teeth if you put lemon oil in your water, or if you drink it in a hot drink, because it's from the peel, which was something I was really happy to know of, because as I get older, my teeth get more and more important.
Yeah. Good.
So, okay, so let's look at some options for sprays. So making your own DIY sprays is a great way to get rid of some toxic chemicals in your house. So commercial room and fabric spray, hugely full of chemicals like BHT and propylene, glycol, benzaldehyde. Oh God, I can't even say it. There's a lot of chemicals that you can't pronounce in room and fabric sprays. These chemicals have been found, some of them are neurotoxins, some of them are endocrine disruptors, and a lot of them irritate your eyes, your skin, and your lungs. So if you go to the American Lung Association, they have a whole list of chemicals in household products that they tell you are super bad for your lungs. So I was really surprised actually by just how many of them are harmful. Essential oils, on the other hand, are a really cool alternative that you can use in any anywhere in your life. But one thing I want to mention is always Copaiba. So there's this oil in the middle. Copaiba is an oil from a tree in Brazil. It is like an oil magnifier. So whatever it's paired with, it just accentuates it. So it makes a fantastic, it's almost like umami in cooking, right? It just gives you that layer underneath it that really just highlights whatever oil you're using it with. And it's also really, really good for you. Copaiba actually has a hugely high percentage of beta-caryophyllene, which is the component in CBD. It's higher in beta-caryophyllene than CBD. So it's really quite spectacularly calming for you. So for each of these spray away recipes, you will need a 4-ounce glass spray bottle, just the little ones, easy to order off of Amazon, some witch hazel, some distilled water, and 15 to 30 drops of essential oils. Now, you add the witch hazel and the essential oils to the glass bottle, you top with the water, and then you shake just before you use it to get it all mixed up. And witch hazel you can buy at any pharmacy, anywhere. I can send you the slide deck so that you have all of the recipes in a PDF. So you don't have to worry about writing everything down or or you could take a screenshot of it or just take a picture of it with your phone. So the first one is the Obliviate spray. And this is to get rid of odors from your home, right? So this is awesome house elf approved spray that takes place of takes all the Febreze out of your house or all of the Lysol spray. So it's basically 10 to 15 drops of purification, which is a lemongrass and tea tree oil based oil, and 5 drops of lemon. So super fresh and very invigorating. So you put these oils into your sprayer with a 1/4 cup of witch hazel in a 4-ounce glass bottle, and you top with distilled water, and you shake before you can put this on curtains and carpets, couches, blankets. Probably be really nice if you've got fabric seats in your car. That'd be really good. And so it totally freshens everything up. Really nice after the house has been closed up for a while, or in the upholstery of your RV if it gets a little mildewy smelling because it got damp over the winter. Beautiful stuff. So that's Obliviate spray. So now there's Acacio fall spray. So this is more of a air scent instead of a freshener. It is 6 drops of cinnamon bark, 5 drops of nutmeg, and then 10 drops of orange or tangerine. Then the difference between orange and tangerine is just that orange is like super, super orangey, and tangerine is just kind of slightly more subtle. And this, you put the drops of the oil into your bottle, you add a 1/4 cup of witch hazel, top with distilled water, and voila, you have just replaced any kind of room spray to scent your rooms. You can switch up some of the oils in here to make a bathroom spray. So I would use purification, maybe some thieves oil in the same kind of combination, and that makes a beautiful bathroom spray. And it's quite easy to make, and you can make a bigger recipe of this and put it in a larger bottle and then just top up your little spray bottle. So that's a couple of spray ideas. So now let's do some rollers. Let's make some powerful potion rollers. Not only is this fun, but this is a fantastic way to stretch your oils. So oils might seem on the surface to be, kind of spendy. Sometimes some of them are up there in cost, but if you're only using 3 or 4 drops in a roller bottle, that bottle is going to last you a very, very long time. So all of these recipes are kind of based on the same directions. You combine the oils that you're going to be using with your favorite liquid carrier. Like I said, I use canola because I have lots of it in the house and it's scent-free and it's colorless. But you can use jojoba oil. Use jojoba particularly if you're doing skin, like you want rollers that will help improve your skin complexion. You can use fractionated coconut oil, which is coconut oil that has been altered so that it doesn't go rancid. Young Living has a V6 complex, which is a combination of 6 different oils. You can use almond oil. You can use avocado oil, and lots of Young Living blends use sesame oil. You put these in a 10 ml roller ball, which is the size of this roller ball that's in the picture here. That's 10 milliliters. So these recipes are all based on making one of those. Leave a little bit of space after you put the oil, and then you put the essential oil, then the carrier oil. Leave a little bit space at the top so that you can plunge in the roller top to it. And all of these bottles can be bought quite inexpensively on Amazon in packages of like 6, 12, 24, depending on how many you make. These make fantastic stocking stuffers because you can personalize them for all the people in your life. Like peppermint and panaway would be perfect for someone who gets a lot of headaches. They can do a roller ball around their head, their hairline, and the back of their neck, and it will help with like migraines and headaches. So let's look at the first roller. So this is Reparal Roller. This is got a yucky tummy, you eating too much, drank too much, you're in the car, you're feeling a little car sick, or you go out on the boat and the seas are rough. Anything that's kind of giving you a upset stomach, instead of taking Gravol, try this one. So 10 to 15 drops of Digize, which is a really anise and fennel based blend, very licoricey smelling, and 5 drops of peppermint, and then put those in your roller ball, put on the carrier oil, and then pop on a lid, and then just rock it back and forth. Now, I find Digize extremely strong, and I'm not hugely fond of it. I'm not hugely fond of black licorice. So I would go half and half with this one. I would do like 10 drops of Digize and 10 drops of peppermint, just to kind of even out the licoricey smell. I might even add a tiny little bit of, say, what would I add? Some lime or grapefruit, just to sweeten it a bit, because the licorice I find is quite potent. Now, if you like licorice, yahoo, this is going to work great for you. Where are we? Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, why did I lose that on the screen? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Nearly Headless Nick. This is the headache. This is the headache roller for you. 15 drops of Panaway and 8 drops of peppermint. So a couple of companies I know have like migraine rollers. This one works really well. My daughter has had migraines her whole life and uses this combination to try to get a hold of it before it gets really bad. And nice to carry in your purse in case it comes on. Really good for stress headaches too, because the Panaway you can put on your shoulders here where you carry a lot of stress, and it just seeps into the muscles and kind of relaxes them. So this is a really nice combination. Again, you put the drops of the oil first into the roller ball, top it off with some carrier oil, and put the lid on. Put the roller ball on and put the lid on. Really nice to inhale and to use on your body. Dragon tamer. Gut girls that have PMS. This is a awesome combo. Helps with emotions, helps with hormone imbalance. So it's 15 drops of Dragon Thyme, which is a blend at Young Living, and 5 drops of lavender. Absolutely gorgeous smelling. Gorgeous smelling. Helps people stay a little calmer, a little more balanced, and just is quite comforting when you have your period. This gets a lot of rave reviews on all the DIY sites. Okay, so that's a couple of rollerball recipes. So now let's talk about diffuser recipes. I find diffuser recipes so much fun because you can take almost anything and combine it when you know the kind of levels of the scent. So you've got kind of a base scent, which is often your tree oils. You've got a middle scent, which is things like frankincense or patchouli, and then you've got or lavender, and then you've got the higher, like the lighter scents, which is the oils of oranges and lemons and limes. So if you combine one from each of those categories, it doesn't matter which one, you will have a beautiful diffuser combination. And big thing about diffusers is they can replace candles. Now, most candles use synthetic fragrances, synthetic dyes. They give off dangerous volatile organic compounds. And as we've seen in the past couple of years, their wicks can be full of lead. And so you're burning that, you're burning the wick, you're releasing all of that crap into the air of your house, and then you're breathing it all in. So commonly emitted volatile organic compounds in candles include formaldehyde, petroleum distillates, alcohols, esters, and limonene, and they're all synthetically made. So they can cause things ranging from headaches to dizziness. You can get allergy symptoms. You can trigger an asthma attack, respiratory infections. Like this, the list is endless, and it's just really, it's really difficult to find candles that are completely devoid of all of these things. in the world these days. So skip the candles and plug in your diffuser. You know exactly what's in it: water and plant oil, nothing else. And you can use anything from setting the mood in the house to bringing on sleep to getting yourself really energized. It's just the combinations are endless of what you can make with this. So let's look at some diffuser recipes. Knock to nasties. So you got little tickle in your throat, husband's feeling not so great. Oh my God, clean the house and distill 4 drops of thieves, 2 drops of lemon, and top it up with water. That will help desperately, like, clean the air in your house and make you feel better. That's a beautiful combination.
Can you tell me about thieves, a little bit about thieves, what's in it?
I sure can. So thieves oil is kind of like it's the fundamental oil of young living. It has cinnamon and nutmeg and cloves. I think it has orange in it. And it is based on a legend from like the 14th century when the Black Plague was running rampant. And there was a group of thieves that were going around and robbing the bodies of the dead. And what they did to not catch the plague, because they thought at the time that the plague was caused from miasmas, which was like gases in the air. So they made this concoction of vinegars and oils, all of the oils, like the oils that I said, and probably some more. And they would soak cotton cloth in it, and then they would put it inside their mask so that they would breathe the outside air through this concoction. Well, surprisingly enough, they didn't get the plague, but they did get caught and put in prison for robbing dead bodies. And the king at the time, I think it's the king in France, brought them in and said to them, you know, like, I will set you free if you give me the recipe for this magic that you use. So they did. And that's where the legend of the thieves comes from. Now, interestingly enough, the Black Plague is not caused by miasmas. It's caused by the fleas on rats, transmitting the disease from rats to you. But rats don't like the smell of thieves either. So the fleas don't like the smell of thieves. So they probably inadvertently didn't get the plague because of the oils that they were using, but it's because the fleas didn't like the smell of it and didn't jump on them, which is like sheer good luck, but awesome.
So, but there's a lot of cleaning products with the thieves. So
yes, there is.
Yeah, so it's like a bacteriostatic kind of
sterilize. So, yes, it is antibacterial, antifungal, and it is fantastic for cleaning. You're right. It's a whole cleaning line of products that use thieves oil as its basis. Then it adds things like lemon for grease cutting and that. But at their core, the majority of essential oils are antibacterial and antifungal. That's their role in a plant, is to protect the plant from bacteria and fungus. So when you take these particular oils and they're highly antibacterial. Clove is one of the highest antibacterial oils out there. And I just listened to this fabulous podcast on quorum sensing and how bacteria actually come together in a human body. They have this thing called, they look for a quorum. They seek out indicators of others around them. And clove oil happens to have one of the biggest quorum sensing blockers out of the entire plant world. So it blocks those bacteria from finding each other and getting together and causing an infection. Fascinating stuff, and tons of science on it. So yeah, it's in the laundry soap. It's in toothpaste, which is really great toothpaste because your mouth is full of bacteria. It's in dish soap and a concentrated cleaner and foaming hand soap, just a ton of things. And it is not harmful to anybody in your house, including your pets or little babies, but it cleans super well. That's a whole other, I got a whole class on thieves. And it's really amazing. I've over the last year and a half switched out everything in my house to thieves cleaners. Do you have any specific questions on the thieves?
No, I just, I see it all the time in your posts about
Yep.
thieves, but
Yeah.
it's used in so many different applications.
Yep.
And so I just, I'd love to get rid, I work in an operating room, so everything has to be sterilized by bleach and extremely hot water.
Yes.
And, I'm in the shower and I'm, 60 and I'm thinking I shouldn't be breathing in all this crap, right? So,
No.
if there's something else, I also saw your little bit about the water scale on your shower.
Yes.
Yeah,
my
and
goodness.
I suffer. Oh my God, the stuff I put on that to try and get rid of the scales, right?
I know.
So, and just so that if you're cleaning and then you're also breathing it in and it's
Breathing it
good
in.
for you. So,
I know.
yeah.
So when I have the puppies in the house, I can't use bleach at all anywhere in the house because bleach interrupts their development of their neural networks. So it actually will give them brain damage, just the smell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So the shower scrub between the scrubber thing that goes on the drill and the baking soda and thieves scrub, my shower gets super clean and I don't have to worry about giving myself lung cancer.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about all of this is that you can either make your own or you can buy pre-made if you feel like it. Right? Yeah. Which is, I totally agree. The bleach thing, I used to love bleaching my countertops, bleaching
Everything's bleach. Everything has to be bleach. Yeah. So, now, I'm trying to look at healthier ways of living. And so this is really, that's why I'm very interested in this.
Yeah. And so last July, I bought the big concentrate, the 60-ounce concentrated cleaner. And I just used the last of it in October.
Okay.
So it lasts a hugely long time because it's so concentrated. You're not paying for water. When you go to the supermarket and you buy a thing of cleaner, it's a little bit of cleaner and a lot of water.
Yeah.
Paying for. So you're paying for super expensive water.
Yeah.
And very toxic chemicals.
As long as it cleans and it kills the bacteria, that's your toilets and all that kind of stuff.
I posted a thing on the group with a lady. She smeared chicken on her counter in 2 squares. So she took a chicken breast, she rubbed it in this square, and she rubbed it in this square, and then she tested it with a strip, a bacteria strip on each one. Showed them that they were grossly contaminated, and then she washed one of the squares with thieves, and then did it again, and it came back not contaminated.
Yeah.
So
it works.
It does work. And it's hard to, fool a strip.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a nice, if you have something that you're going to do, like you're going to a thing where you have to speak in public or, there's just something that you have to go to and it's making you a little nervous. This combination of sprays, Valor and Copaiba, is very, very good at helping with calmness and confidence. Valor is considered the chiropractor in a bottle because it's also really, really good for your bones. The constituents in it really like your bones, and some people put it along their spine. But Valor and Copaiba is a beautiful scent. It's just, it's calming, but it does make you just feel less nervous and a little more ready to go out into the world. So I use a lot of Valor. I love it. After I had my heart attack, I used Valor and Stress Away many, many times a day just to calm my anxiety that I developed very quickly because I was really so shocked by what had happened. But this really helped me not develop chronic anxiety, which I was grateful for. So here's a really nice one for chilling out in the house, watching TV, maybe watching some sports. Lemongrass, lavender, geranium, spearmint, and tangerine. So this will be light. This will be kind of floral and minty. So kind of garden-like, which will be really sweet and earthy. Really nice in the house, especially, like in January when everything is bleak and no, there's no light. This really kind of just brings up your energy level and brings up your mood. The geranium is super good for women's hormones. It's a nice hormone regulator for women. And the lavender is, honest to God, good for just about everything. It is such an amazing plant. It gives us so much health benefits. It's really quite spectacular. Makes a wicked martini, especially with the lemongrass. Lemongrass and lavender makes a wicked martini. But that's another story. But this is a really nice diffuser blend. Really nice. So now here's one that smells like pumpkin pie. Lovely. So you don't have to eat it. You just can smell it and feel fantastic. So cinnamon bark, cardamom, ginger, and thieves, because thieves has all that cinnamon and nutmeg and clove and orange. Just really unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. All winter. This is just like makes you warm and comfortable. It's lovely. I don't know. In the slides that I have, there is a health blog on the hidden dangers of scented candles. It's got an address on there if anybody's interested in looking up and reading about scented candles, because really the majority of them are super bad for you. Okay, so now we move on to potions. So these are DIY recipes that help support your hair, your skin, your joints, and your muscles. And so these are, you're going to find something for everybody in this next section. So a pisky rub. So this is a sore muscle rub. So long day skiing, when we get back to gardening, or just doing a lot of work in the house, painting or something, whatever it is, and you got sore muscles, this is a beautiful combination of things. So these all use kind of coconut oil, the coconut oil that goes solid at room temperature, because it's more of a cream. And this one has 5 to 10 drops of panaway, 2 drops of peppermint, and 3 drops of frankincense. So what you do is you get a glass container and you whip the so in a either in your mixer bowl or in a bowl with a hand mixer, you whip the coconut oil until it's really, really light and frothy. And you keep whipping it and or incorporate air into it to froth it up and make it not quite so solid. Then you put it into a glass container, and then you stir in the essential oils, and you stir those in into the glass container. Now I would do this, I would whip it in like I've got a KitchenAid. So I would whip it in my bowl, and then I would add the essential oils to that bowl, stir it really good, not with the mixer, but just with a spoon, and then scoop it into the glass jar that I'm going to keep it in. And then basically you just now have your own A535 rub. Not nearly as strong and way better for you. This is a nice combination. Frankincense is a beautiful grounding smell as well. And it really does kind of just make you feel less disconnected. Mm-hmm. So this is a nice one for skin that might have a bit of acne. Furnunculus potion. So it's the pimple jinx is what furnunculus is in Harry Potter when they pop out and all over. So what you'll need here is some alcohol-free witch hazel. So there's 2 kinds of witch hazel, the alcohol witch hazel and alcohol-free. A glass container. You need 5 to 10 drops of purification, 5 to 10 drops of frankincense, and 5 to 10 drops of lavender. Now, interestingly enough, I was listening to a podcast yesterday about skincare products in stores. Now, anything that foams or suds has things called laurel and laureth laurel. Oh God, I can't remember the second word now. Anyway, I'll remember it later. These chemicals that they put in to make things foam or suds, leave microscopic bits in your pores that do not wash out with just water. So what you need to do, you need to use something like this with essential oil in it, which actually picks up the shards of sulfates. That's what it is, lauryl and laureth sulfate. These sulfate shards get stuck in your pores and stay there and build up over time. So you get all of this crap built up in your skin. But if you make something like this furunculus potion, you can put it on your face and then wipe it off with a cloth, then wash your face and put more of this on. And then you know you've got the shards out from your commercial products, and you can start basically with super clean skin. And after you've done that, then you can put your favorite moisturizer on. So this is really a nice potion to kind of clean your face. So what you do is you pour the witch hazel into your glass container, and then you add the oil, and it's like a serum. So now you can wash your face, put it on and wash your face. Do it again to make sure that your face is really clean after you've done that once, and then moisturize. Make sure that you have a super clean skin. And
That's what's making you look so young.
well, I do use Young Living face products. I got to tell you,
Yeah.
the Bloom line is spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. You're funny, you're the second person that's told me that today. So here's a fun one. Here is some DIY dry shampoo. God, I love dry shampoo. So awesome to get a recipe that I can make at home, and I know that it's not really harmful for me, because talcum powder is a no-no in your hair. Like talcum powder generally is a no-no, but dry shampoo contains all of the stuff that sprays in your hair, and then God only knows what the chemicals are in it. So this is awesome because you just make it at home. It's you need an old makeup brush and a small glass container. And so you can use arrowroot powder. So if you have blonde hair or gray hair like mine, you can use just arrowroot powder. But if you have darker hair, you put a little bit of cocoa powder in there as well. And then 5 drops of lavender or rosemary, or 2.5 of each, 2 of each. You use 2 tablespoons of arrowroot and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, or 4 tablespoons of arrowroot. And then you put it all in a glass container, mix it all really well. You use an old makeup brush and you apply it right at the roots to start picking up all of the grease in your hair. And then you brush it out. And style as usual. Super, super easy. And so unharmful for you. And you're not going to have a reaction to it. And it's going to make your hair look fantastic. So you rub this in at night, and in the morning you rub it, you brush it out, and you're good to go for the day. Very nice. And your hair actually gets more body because of the powder in it and the lightness right at the root level. So your hair is way more full in the day. I love this. This stuff is fantastic. I might even try that on the dogs, actually. So now we got some drinks coming. So like I was saying at the beginning, the vitality oils in the white labels indicate that you can ingest these oils. Again, if you have cinnamon bark in the rust label, you know that because there's one in the white label, you can ingest the one in the rust label. So these are perfect for using for food flavorings, dietary supplements, and you can mix and match them in some really, really fantastic ways. One of the things I really like to do is at night, a cup of really hot water, 1 drop of thieves, a scoop of honey, and it is so calming and relaxing. If I have any kind of tickle or funny feeling in my throat, takes that away. Make sure my mouth is nice and clean for going to sleep at night. And it's just so much nicer than tea or anything like that, because it's just, it's really calming. But there's a couple of really cool recipes here. So here is a recipe for a butter beer smoothie. It's vegan and super, super yummy. And those two words don't come together very often, I find. But there's a couple steps with this one. And you make a caramel sauce, dates and cashews and almond milk. And I can send you these, I will send you these recipes. But you make these 2 steps and it's a smoothie and it tastes amazing, surprisingly. Quite amazing. It's sugar-free and it's vegan. So lots of people will drink it. And even if you're not vegan, it's often nice to just have something that you can have once in a while that's like totally guilt-free and pleasureful. And the caramel sauce you could leave out if you want, but it really is just to flow down the sides of the smoothie mixture. So it just kind of gives a little bit of lift to the smoothie. And the smoothie is really great. It's cinnamon and vanilla, nutmeg, a banana, some almond milk, and some ice cubes. It's a gorgeous little smoothie. Really kind of earthy and warm. Very nice. And if you add the cashews and the dates and the caramel sauce, there's actually some protein there for you. Some good significant protein. But if you're not into all that fuss and bother, why not just make some pumpkin cider? Honestly, pumpkin cider is so much easier. Just some basic apple juice, a couple tablespoons of canned pumpkin, some maple syrup, pumpkin pie spice, and some cinnamon bark vitality. Blitz it all in a blender and serve it. It's very nice. It's best served ice cold. And you can serve it with some apple slices or on the side of the glass. Really, really nice. Or you can serve it warm. Beautiful warm. I prefer it warm, to be honest. Because it's just that kind of time of year when pumpkin's out, everything should be warm because the weather is shitty. Typically, like tonight. So that's the recipes. And so I don't know if we've ever talked, Fern, about ways that you can get the best deal when you are buying Young Living. So there's lots of ways to buy Young Living. You can buy Young Living just retail, one thing at a time, however you want to, online, not a problem. Easy peasy. If you would like to get a better price on it, you can buy things at wholesale. And there's a couple of ways of getting that. So either you purchase a starter kit, which could be Thieves starter kit or an essential oil starter kit or Ningxia Red starter kit. All of those premium starter kits will open up wholesale pricing for 12 months. Or you can put together a list of products that you want that's not in a bundle and make your own bundle. And so you have to hit a certain volume of sale to trigger the wholesale pricing. But again, it's basically 24% off for the next 12 months on anything that you buy. So honestly, the starter kit is a great way to go. It gives you 10 essential oils, a diffuser, some Thieves hand sanitizer, and a couple of Ningxia Red to go packets. Or there's the Healthy Home starter kit, which gives you some Thieves cleaner, laundry soap, some foaming hand soap, hand sanitizer. I'm missing something. Oh, and the concentrated cleaner in the Thieves one. So those are super good ways to do it because and you get a diffuser with the Thieves as well. So you get all of those things and you open up retail like wholesale pricing. There's also it's a little owl diffuser, and it's great if you've got little kids in your life because it works as a nightlight, so it's lovely. So those are that's kind of the best way to get the best deal on all of this. And the super best way is you get one of those and then you think about the things that you're going to order every month and you set up a subscription, and you can change the subscription every time you want, but the subscription gives you rewards points. So much like your card at Superstore, when you have something on subscription, you earn 10 to 25% back in the value of that product into a points account that you can use to purchase other things. which is super cool. And the thing I like most about it is that you don't have to have the same thing every month. Like last month I ordered vitamin C and vitamin B and a couple of other things. This month I'm ordering some Ningxia because I'm almost out. I'm out of Valor, and I think there was, I need some essentials. Some supplements, some other supplements that I'm out now. So you just order what you need every month instead of going to the store and buying it. You just buy it this way, and then you get massive points back. So that's pretty much the ways of doing this.
And there's a catalog online, I guess.
There is
Okay.
youngliving.com, and you pick Canada, and it will show you all of the options. There's a whole section on starter bundles. So you can look at them. I think there's 5 different starter bundles that you can choose from, or you can just go on and look at individual oils, individual supplements, individual personal care products, and pick and choose whatever it is that you need.
Can you make your own starter bundle?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is something I've been doing a lot more of lately for people, because they come in with really specific things that they want to do.
Right.
And so they come in and they order, they get a Thieves concentrated cleaner, and they get 2 of these oils, and they get this supplement that they want. And that becomes their starter bundle. You have to hit 100 PV, which is probably about $135 depending on the products, but that opens up wholesale pricing for you for the 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then, like I said, then there's no obligation for you to ever buy anything else if you don't want to. Right. But if you do, then you get wholesale pricing.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. It's a really nice way of picking it out exactly what it is that you want. Yeah. Cool. Well,
and do I order under your name?
Well, so I have a number. I have a sponsor number that you use just when you're signing up, and then that's where we go.
Okay,
and
perfect.
Then for people who do that, I have a nice little, let me get a copy of it. I'll show you. Hang on a sec. For people who do a starter bundle, either ones that are pre-made or ones that are of your own making, I send them out this great little resource book, which is Essential Oils Quick Reference. So it's a quick way of looking up different oils and figuring out what they're for. And then, just having kind of a way of going back and seeing, so I've sprained my ankle. What products could I use for my sprained ankle?
Okay,
So
good.
it's a nice little quick reference book. So I send it out to people who do a starter kit.
Okay.
Whatever bundle you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about it, let me know, and I can be around while sometimes the website can be confusing, especially when you're doing your own bundle.
Okay.
They're changing it soon to make it easier, but not this year.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, just let me know and we can walk through it together.
Gotta wait for my pension check.
There you go. The money just rolls on in.
Right?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming. We did it in an hour, which is awesome. If you want me to, I will send you the PDF of this so that you have the recipes. And
thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to post the video on YouTube so other people can watch it who couldn't make it tonight for whatever reason. And then we'll go from there.
Thank you.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Really good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was very nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Have a good
bye.
night.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.